I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. Oh my god. Good morning.
Good morning. We're now in Lima, Peru, the capital of the country, and we're now late for our walking tour, and so we're rushing over to Kennedy Park. We'll be taking a walking tour around Central.
I think it's Central. It's a very interesting walking tour that we haven't done before.
Yeah, so you'll see what it is when we get there. Peace! Quinoa drink. Hola. Singapore.
Singapur.
Sí.
¿Hablas español?
No, no español.
Poquito.
Poquito, sí.
¿Ella sí habla español?
Are spicy, right? That you have to try because it's just available in Peru. Okay.
Okay. Papas rellenas, which is potato stuffed with meat and egg and then deep fried. Comes with some spicy sauces and salad. Let's see what. Okay, it's like a tiny amount of meat and egg. But the guide said this is the best papas rellenas in the whole of this market. So the potato is soft, crispy on the outside, a little bit of onions and veggies on the inside. The sauces are really good though. It's not that spicy at all. Goes really well with this. I'm so hungry, this is so delicious.
We're now in the biggest market in all of Peru. Apparently 1 million people come to this market every single day. There's a lot of food smells. I think we're just at the start, so it's not that crowded yet, but
I'm so hungry!
okay, we got some ceviche, which is the national dish of Peru, obviously. White fish, mackerel, seaweed, calamari, which is the first time, and of course corn. Try some of the fish first. Much more lemony than normal. Firm, fresh, delicious. Delicious calamari. I taste it with some corn. Great combination. Gracias.
We're back in Chinatown. This Chinatown is really big, and we also learned that the Chinese culture is very ingrained into Peru since the 1800s and 1900s when the Chinese came over to Peru to work. That's why you can see there's a lot of Chinese influence in the Peruvian culture and especially the food. And over here in this very secret alley, there is a bao shop that also sells shumai. And there's a Chinese restaurant with a really long queue, but we're not queuing. It looks really good though. We got char siu bao, and the owner that looks totally Peruvian understood my Singaporean Chinese accent, and he said "xie xie" to me after I purchased a bao. The bao is very big. The skin is pretty thick. Oh, it's not really like a char siu. It just looks like a meat bao. It's good. The skin tastes like bao skin. Then try the meat. It's very tasty, but it's a little bit different from the typical char siu bao we have back at home, where it's like chopped up slices of meat with sweet sauce. This one is much less sweet, but the meat is very tasty though. Definitely hits the spot if you're craving for bao.
The Chinese restaurants in Peru are actually called 吃法, which is adulteration of 吃饭, which means, well, to eat in Chinese. And it's really interesting to see how integrated Chinese culture has become into Peru. Our tour guide's favorite food is chao fa. It's chao fan. It's just so amazing that the two cultures that are so far apart can come together and create this delicious char siu bao over here, halfway around the world. Really incredible. Gracias.
So not only can you get char siu bao over here, you can get our Chinese snacks like white rabbit, wang wang. I even got some like Hong Kong pastries, char siu so, egg tarts, and behind you over there, there's the roasted meats. It's crazy. Feels like I'm back home. So char siu so looks pretty good. Gonna try it. Oh, that tastes like char siu so. That tastes like char siu so back home. The char siu inside is really good. Meaty, has a sweet char siu sauce. The crust is flaky, topped up with sesame seeds. Oh my god. Look at how much char siu there is in there. It's filled. And you can tell the Peruvians really love the Chinese food. Look at that. Oh, that's good. We also got an egg tart, Portuguese egg tart, where they caramelize the top of it. Smells eggy. It's very close to what we have back home. But after all, the Chinese were here longer than the Chinese were in Singapore.
Is good, the people is good, the food is also good. So it doesn't have sense to be embarrassed about something. Maybe the traffic is the only thing that I can
Alright, so we've left Mercado Central and walked over to the historical district. Beautiful colonial Spanish buildings everywhere. But most importantly, we stumbled upon this restaurant called El Chinito, which is famous for Chicharrón sandwiches. Look at that. It's a crusty, soft bread. There's a bit of sweet potato that they put underneath, and they piled the sandwich high with chicharron, which is, again, crispy pork, which they seem to love everywhere in South America. So Marco and his friends came over. One of his friends said he moved to Peru specifically for this sandwich.
Like, I practically moved to Peru just for this sandwich.
So it has to be good. Now it comes with some side of this very traditional marinated onions, which comes along with almost every dish that you eat here in Peru. I'm gonna load it high. I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do. Shovel all of this delicious looking raw onions on there. Okay, and there's this sauce, which I think it's the ají amarillo, which is the spicy chili sauce. Pour that on. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try now. El Chinito, not Chanito. Don't be confused. Oh my god. Softest, juiciest chicharron you've ever tasted. Salty, the onion, it's crazy. And more sauce. Oh, the meat, it's so juicy, it's so tender. I'm gonna give it another bite. The skin of the chicharron is still crispy. You saw them carving the meat over there. The juice is overflowing all over the board. Really delicious. I'm so full from all the food that we ate at Mercado Central, but this I can eat another two.
We stopped by Manolo, which is famous for their churros and hot chocolate. So something like that shop in Mexico that I forgot the name of. This place not only serves churros, they serve everything. The menu is extensive, but it was recommended to try the hot chocolate and churros. This set costs 23 soles, which is pretty expensive compared to the best ever churros cart, which was 3 soles for churros. So it comes with this hot chocolate. I don't think that's drinkable. It's so thick. It's a dipping chocolate for the churros. That is very thick hot chocolate. It's not like super chocolatey. It's a very thick, gelatinous hot chocolate. It's pretty good. And churros. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside, salty, lightly dusted with sugar. Seems like they don't put cinnamon here. So far the places that we've been to, they only have churros dusted with sugar instead of sugar and cinnamon. We saw at the front that they have stuffed churros as well, but I think it's a bit too much for us. Let's try it with the chocolate. Ooh, look at that. It's so thick. This is not a drink. This is a dipping chocolate. It's not a drinking chocolate. There's something very comforting about dipping fried dough into hot sweet liquids. Very, very good afternoon snack. We're now in the Barranco neighborhood, which is known as the cool and hipster area in Lima. Our guide yesterday told us that Miraflores is nice, but Barranco is cool. So this is a very famous bridge called the Bridge of Sighs, which got its name because there was a rich lady asked her rich lady was forbidden, so she would always come here and sigh. That's why it's called the Bridge of Sighs. And also there's a tradition where if you make a wish and then hold your breath and walk across the bridge, your wish will come true.
And now we're gonna do it too. Okay, have you thought of your wish?
Yes.
Okay, my wish is that we'll get 1,000 subscribers. Okay, ready? We made it! It's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, because we had a lot of obstacles.
We've stumbled upon a random restaurant in the Barranco area called Restaurante el Paisa, which serves local traditional menu del dia foods. Our appetizer has just come and it's something called pequeños, which is like the ultimate representation of Chinese influence on Peruvian food. Because a pequeño is just a long wonton skin, deep fried, with cheese inside. It's basically the Peruvian version of a crab rangoon. No crab. It comes with a side of sauce, which some people say goes well with guacamole, but I don't think this is guac. It looks like it has some kind of raw onions inside, but I'm gonna dip it and give it a try. Oh, that's a delicious snack. Mayonnaise with some kind of green vegetable and onions. Really delicious. It's not that crispy because it's been sitting here for a while, but the sauce is really delicious. Really great appetizer. I think this would go really well if you're having a Super Bowl party and you need a snack. Delicious. Now we're in for our main. See you guys when it comes.
So this is another example of Chinese influence on Peruvian food. It's called Lomo Saltado, which is stir-fried beef in soy sauce and onions. Usually served with rice. It's a very typical Peruvian dish. Many restaurants serve it, so let's give it a try. Beef, supposed to be tenderloin, I think. Oh my god, that's really good. We've had a lot of Lomo Saltados. I think this is the tastiest one so far. The beef is pretty tender. The sauce tastes like soy. It's stir fried in soy sauce and red onions. But it's very tasty altogether. The rice usually is flavored, so it's slightly salty. But it goes so well. Oh, that's really good. It goes so well with the rice and the sauce and the beef. This is the best Lomo Saltado we've had. It's so delicious. I was doubtful, but it's really good.